Hi everyone, welcome to our Sagittarius reading for January 2021. This is going to be for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Rising, always. Any of the readings are for all the Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is for those who are intuitively guided and maybe you don't know if you have Sagittarius in your chart. Just trust. Some of you may be here just checking on the energy on Sagittarius. I feel like if you're here, then you will receive personal messages for you. Even if you're not Sagittarius. I feel like whatever brought you here, trust in that. And I'm so grateful you're here. We're going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to start our reading for January with a couple oracle cards. We're going to use the Mother Mary deck, and then we're going to use the Archangel Raphael deck. And then we'll bring in the tarot and then some clarifiers. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to give us a couple shuffles. My decks are always pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle again with you here. Okay. Okay. Let's begin. Kind of feels like so we have God, which is interesting because I did Libra was the last reading that I did, and we got Jesus, and now we have God. So we are going to read them at the end, but this one on the card says, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. Some of you may have came with actual questions, and this may just be asking you to, if you can't control something, then it's best to just let it go. All right, let's add in Archangel Raphael. And like I said, we'll read these at the end. I just feel like they pack a punch. Okay. Divine intervention. Divine intervention. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for being with, and then it has in parentheses, name a person in need, and for helping with, describe the situation. I have faith in divine intervention, and I fully accept your guidance now. Some of you could certainly talk about, different medical conditions. Kind of feels almost like a healing over that. So, divine intervention, letting go of control and letting God take control. All right, let's bring in our tarot. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't know the name of this deck. Many of you know that I have moved again. This is probably like the fourth move I had since I started reading tarot on YouTube. I've been reading tarot for quite a while, but before I was on YouTube. And I left my boxes and everything behind at my daughter's house. So, when everything clears up, I'll get the rest of my cards. I feel like somebody needs to take a few deep breaths. Okay, let's begin. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is the energy of, clearly it shows us that there is some emotional pain, right? This is the energy of perhaps missing someone. But it's where my focus is at. My focus is on how the cups got knocked over, right? It's the bloodshed. It's all maybe the everything that was in these cups. He's in a very cold type um, situation there. But the Five of Cups, what it's really about are the two cups that have been yet discovered that are right behind this person. Often feel this person has the cloak of the hermit on, so he can use it to his advantage, right? But this asks you not to keep your focus there. Five is about a change, so it's time to maybe turn around. Um, maybe you can't see these cups yet, but they're there, right? They are there. You know, the energy of the Five of Cups. I don't know. It's a tough energy, no doubt, but it is asking for a change. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. Some of you could be missing a Taurus. The Hierophant is about your belief system, your faith. We have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Three of Pentacles. I haven't been reading a lot of reversals for January, but boy, that just seems pretty clear they're meant to come in reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups in reverse or in the upright, it's still love. It almost feels like the love could have drained from that cup. I also want to say I'm getting the feeling of within this Five of Cups, why am I focusing on the past? Why am I focusing on the hardship, the heartache? And this isn't about trying to heal it. This is just it's what has my attention. So, I feel this Ace of Cups in reverse is probably talking about something that kind of drained away. And the Three of Pentacles next to that tells me that within this Five of Cups energy, you may have, I don't know, it's like stop seeing yourself for who you are. You may have started questioning your, your own belief system. It's almost like you got, I don't know, it's like you're not taking on the energy of who you truly are and all that you can be. So you're not feeling it for some reason. Well, we know the reason. Um, but I mean, look at this, the Hierophant right next to those two cups that have yet to be discovered. Let's just put it that way. Yet to be discovered. They're in the atmosphere. Um, but I got to turn around and I got to see them. All right, I'm curious what's going to come under the Ace. We have the Queen of Cups under the Five of Cups. Potentially a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. She's got a big cup in her hand. We have the Fool right next to her and under the Hierophant. The Fool's looking right at this Queen. Can be male or female. I often feel the King and Queen of Cups in the upright, or someone who comes to the table, um, like enjoys being in a relationship, knows the power of a relationship. Doesn't mean I have to be in one, right? It just means that sometimes I feel better in that situation. And the Fool looking right at this Queen, well, let's see what's next to the Fool. We have the Hermit, which is exactly what I felt the Five of Cups. The person in Five of Cups had already had the cloak on, but perhaps hasn't done the reflection. All moving this way. We have the Princess of Cups. So this is something that's coming to you. It is a cup. It's something emotional, and it's something. First of all, it's unexpected. So I can't plan it. It's going to come in when it comes in. It's something that does make you feel good. Hello, Ace of Wands. Okay, let's get our last three cards out. Let me move these up a little bit. God is connected to this Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups really is unconditional love. Doesn't matter what direction it's in. It is unconditional love. Even sometimes that feeling can slip away, but it doesn't mean, the underlying love isn't there. God is almost, not almost, is, it's like God is controlling this ace, maybe holding the ace back for a moment. We'll see. We'll see. Remember, God said, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow. That's what the Ace of Cups is. Through me and the situation. Look at this. We have the Three of Swords in reverse under the Fool, under the Hierophant. That's quite beautiful energy under divine intervention. And what I feel like this Three of Swords in reverse is probably the healing this person of the Five of Cups can have. Again, it's like instead of me looking back, I need to turn around and start looking forward. The Fool clears the energy of the past. The Fool is beginning new, can be beginning again, but it is definitely beginning, at least new. I feel like for some of you, perhaps that you have not been in a relationship, or, it doesn't just have to be a relationship, so especially with the Three of Pentacles here. You can talk about, where you weren't really thinking of you, thinking about your future, even in the present moment. The Fool was about keeping myself in the present moment, manifesting from the present moment, not from my past. The Fool is showing us that this Three of Swords, it's here, right? So it's saying that there's been some heartache, but it's the clearing of that. It's the ability to clear that. The Hermit looking right back at the Fool. By the way, the Hermit is the card of Virgo. But it's also about inner reflection. This Hermit is like emerging from the cave. And what I mean is, I feel like when I first go into Hermit, it's like I'm going into the cave, right? I'm isolating myself, so to speak. Doesn't have to mean physically. But there's purpose here, right? First of all, I want to feel God's love. I want to feel God's presence in perhaps helping me move forward. This definitely feels like a clearing. And listen, maybe what you have to do is ask God to help you clear this energy of the past. This Five of Cups is someone that maybe you have lost, to crossed over. This again is showing, maybe you're not feeling that Ace of Cups, but that doesn't mean it's not here. It's here. Well, hello, Ten of Cups. So, Ten of Cups, Seven of Wands. Look at this, we have the two wands on the bottom of the deck, so this is great. This is the clearing of the Five of Cups. This is no longer looking at, I hate to say woe is me, but it's kind of like that energy, woe is me. Because in the Five of Cups, I'm not, before I'm ready to make a change, I'm not really receiving the clarity I need over the cups. And I feel like I have to seek that at the same time. It's not about the person. It's the energy, and how can I clear? How can I clear this Three of Swords so that I can accept this Ace of Wands, so that I can take it. This is about your desires, your passion, no matter what it is, love, work, creativity, all that. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like something new is about to begin for you. But will you let it? Will you let it? Okay. Two of Wands tells me yes. Yes. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Cosmic Tarot right away, and we're going to break this down. Let's just get right into it. So this Princess of Cups, can be also a younger water sign, but her energy is about receiving. Receiving a cup, oh, look at that, Ace of Pentacles. Receiving a cup really unexpectedly, but I have to say, I feel like what this is saying, if I don't allow myself to um, reflect as the hermit would. The hermit goes into the cave and it can be pitch dark, but there's always this light. There's always a flicker of light that you can follow. It's like the Hierophant. Follow, you know, um, get back into your belief system. Know that you're more than this limited thought basis. And the hermit emerges from the cave, really holding the beacon of light for himself, herself, and for others. However, I feel like if I perhaps skip that step, whatever's coming towards me, I may look at it in the wrong way. I may look at it with a defensive type energy. Can't remember if I cut these, so we will cut them just in case. Okay, let's start at the beginning. All right, we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, coming over that 5. Let's do the face-up ones. We have the 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Queen of Wands, coming also with the Queen of Cups. So let's look at this for a second. Um, this 9 of Wands coming over the Hierophant, also divine intervention, by the way. What it talks about is where you put your focus within the 9 of Wands. It asks you to look at things with a different perspective. The hardships that we had, they're here, right? But the 9 of Wands says, if you take the moment and you come from, let's say, your true belief system. Sometimes our belief system can get kind of messed up because of other people, and it has it right here, the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is about, the toxicity that's around me, and am I going to change it or not? 5, change, right? 5, personal freedom. 5 is about grace, doing something gracefully. So the 5 of Swords is where I kind of feel like I'm being pinned down. Almost like people are working against me. But I want you to see how it affects you. Because we go from the 5 of Swords right into the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is a self-created energy. You really need to know that. Self-created. I created it. It's the armor I put around myself. But the 8 of Swords is also about something that I may not want to look at. This is showing us what people's thoughts and people's words to you, how it affects you. It truly caused you to create this armor, this protection around you. God is here. You don't need this protection. God is your protection, right? You don't need this false prison that we create for ourselves based on other people's ideas of us, other people's words to us. With the Ace of Cups reversed, it's showing me that for some of you, like you may have felt like, listen, you could have been in love and then you get to know someone, you get to know the real them, right? Because in the 5 of Swords, there's no reason to stay. But if you look at this person, they think that they're pinned down by these swords, but they're not. The swords aren't touching them. This tells you, be careful what you take on. Um, you know, just because somebody says something to you about, like, that you're weak or something like that, don't believe them, because you're not. But this is you believing them, because then we move into the Eight of Swords. How do I know that? Because it's coming over the Three of Pentacles. So you're not, you don't, it's like you don't see yourself for all that you really are. And I mean much more than this human body. All that you are. You're God's child, right? Um, God created you. Why would God create you if you didn't have a purpose? So it's about learning about that, seeing it, right? Seeing it and then changing it. This doesn't have to be people. It can be substance. It can be anything that kind of keeps you held down. But you got to look at it, because if I don't, it moves me into the Eight of Swords, which is protection from these previous swords. Maybe for a minute you need these swords, but it kind of, it's saying, God's saying, drop those walls. I have control of this. There's nothing happening that I don't know about. But we are here. We're here on the biggest learning ground, right? This is what we're here for. Our soul's here to expand, to evolve, to learn, to gain the wisdom through the Hermit. So we got to look at this. Knight of Wands says, watch where you put your focus, because that's what you're going to grow. Knight of Wands talks about the ability to really overcome. And not just overcome, but ultimately it makes you so much stronger. We have the Two of Wands back out again, right? With the Two Wands on the bottom of the deck. Now we have the Two Wands on the table coming right over the Fool, which is really quite beautiful. We have the Prince of Swords coming over the Hermit. Again, Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This can be a younger energy, but I also have to say, I feel like for some of you, this is about really learning who you authentically are. Not who perhaps you think you are, but who you truly are on a soul level. Cards are coming out slow today. We have the Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse, coming over this Princess of Pentacles. Almost like, look at this. I mean, guys, I can't, you can't make this up. You have the Ace of Swords up there, or the Eight of Swords, I'm sorry, where I've created this, what I think is my protection, but really what it is my own little prison. Ace of Wands below that. So the Princess of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Princess of Cups, who is going to be receiving this cup. Here it is, right? But I have to tell you, I feel like it's almost like I'm turning it down. And why am I turning it down? Well, if I go below, I have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, it's a very defensive energy. It's kind of like protecting myself. But am I protecting myself, or am I stopping experiences from my life? It can be a little bit for each one of us, but I don't feel like with God in this reading, this is about limiting your experiences going forward. The Fool is not taking the past with him. But the Ace of Wands, I don't like that it's in reverse, because I feel like, whatever is coming in, and by the way, we couldn't have better cards up here, God and divine intervention. I'm hoping this divine intervention is coming over the Five of Cups for some of you, just to help you. Excuse me, one second. Okay, I'm back. I know, it's just a second. So anyways, we have the Ace of Wands reverse here, but I have the Ace of Wands in the upright down here. Whoa. We have the Nine of Cups over the Ace of Wands. It's beautiful. Nine of Cups, first of all, it tells me that there is the clearing of the Five of Cups. I have no doubt, because of the energy and in the beginning, that whatever this is, I can clear it. I can start to move forward. Perhaps I can start to break these walls down. We have the Six of Wands, which is victory over the Three of Swords. But the Three of Swords again being in reverse, so you know that's great energy. Six of Wands, victory. Two of Wands right above that. Like, okay, bring it on. What's next? Let's get into this. King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the energy of Virgo right there, but we also have Taurus right there. Princess of Pentacles, younger, perhaps a younger female with a older man. Doesn't have to be. The Star. Hello. And the Empress. Okay. Completely different energy down here than we have up here. Nine of Cups over this Ace of Wands. It just tells me, first of all, two nines, right? The Hermit and then the Nine of Cups. So they kind of go together. It all seems like it comes back to the Hermit, because the Hermit is the energy that starts moving, right? That starts moving the Fool, free and clear type energy. Nine of Cups is where I've got my emotional house in order. I don't think you can have the Nine of Cups and have the Eight of Swords at the same time. Maybe you can, but I kind of don't feel that you can. I feel like it's got to be one or the other, right? Because if I'm in the Eight of Swords, I probably have anxiety. Um, I probably limit myself from many things. Eight of Swords, I'm not seeing who I truly am. I'm not feeling who I truly am uniquely to this world. And listen, I know what it's from. It's from the past. It's from other people's opinions and all that. You could have been in energy with, almost like a narcissistic type energy. But I again feel like you're going to clear that. You're going to move on from that, and not just that, but you're going to see, you're going to feel um, more powerful. The Sage of Swords, again, self-created energy, right? This is where I think that I'm truly protecting myself. But the Knight of Wands is the opposite. It says what you really got to look at is how you can overcome these and the power within that. Like, that is where your true power lies. Um, and you take it on as wisdom, right? I feel like when people, this Princess of Cups is like, I don't know if I'm going to take this cup, right? Ace of Wands in reverse. I don't know. Connected to that Eight of Swords. But it is also connected to the Star card. So that's your dreams, your wishes. That's the manifestation of your hopes and dreams and wishes. Um, there may be someone who is thinking about having a baby, and maybe you couldn't here, but it feels like here you do. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm just letting what comes to me. I also feel like there may be someone who, could be younger, could be interested in someone who may be older than you or maybe younger than you, and maybe you've received some flack over that. Maybe you felt the need to defend wanting this in your life. It is coming over the Ten of Cups, and really what your soul wants, right? Which is you. So I feel like if I had to defend this, and I also feel like there's a chance that I could refuse it, but it's based on other people. not on you, not on truly what it is you want. So I feel like if there's someone, that's younger or older, um, I don't know, I almost feel like don't get in defensive energy about it. Do what you want. The Empress does what she wants. I have a lot of people on the board too, so I kind of want to look at them a little bit. We have air, we have fire, we have pentacles, and we have them all. So let's break down the people before we go on. Let's look at the King of Swords a little bit more. I feel like this is someone who has left your life. In which manner, I'm not sure. Um, I just got to be careful though, because again, I don't know. I just feel like we have the Devil. We're looking at the King of Swords right now with the Devil, potentially Capricorn. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is trying to make a decision when I'm in chaotic type energy, or at least I feel like I'm in chaotic type energy. I feel like I can clear that. And then we have the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and I'm just noticing we have the Queen down here also. So this King, more than anything, I feel like this is someone that potentially I don't feel like stays in your life, this King of Swords. I do feel like this is someone that may not have been that great for you. And what am I basing it on? I'm basing on the energy that this person then puts you in. The energy and how they get you to think, against yourself almost. The devil is there. I feel like for some of you too, it feels like this may be a choice between this King of Swords and the King of Wands. However, again, I'm not feeling great about the King of Swords because of the energy that he put you in. Let's come down and look at this Queen real quick. We have the Sun. She could be a Leo. She or he. We have the Four of Swords. It's healing. And then we have the Emperor. So we do have the Emperor and the Empress in the reading. Right now, they're not connected. Doesn't mean they won't be. For some of you, this could certainly be the energy of a father figure who perhaps has crossed over. And I feel like if that's the case, it's showing that this person is healed in, whatever way that they needed healed, probably by mind, body, and soul. But I do feel like there is a healing. This could be, a daughter connected to her father. If that's the case, let's go straight up to divine intervention and God. Let's not forget that they're here. So I've been getting this quite a bit this month, but I feel like if this is someone who has crossed over, right off the bat, it's showing a healing. Could be two daughters trying to figure something out together. I want to look a little deeper there. I'm not ready to let it go yet. I'm honestly not feeling much. I'm not feeling anything negative about this Emperor. card of Aries. I don't know if I said that. And then we have the Sun, card of Leo. Because I almost feel like this person is in the energy of the Sun now, right? This healing process has taken place. You know, divine intervention, let's say, has taken place. Boom, here's this healing. The Sun backing that energy up. You know, this is the Sun is beautiful energy. It is feeling like a kid again, almost. It's allowing my inner child to run the show. It's the Sun at your back as you move along. You know, it feels like it's energy feeling like the universe is in tune with you instead of out of tune. You're getting a lot of fire in your reading. Seven of Pentacles. So I was going to come down here. I'm going to look at this king and the princess. I feel like someone's going to have a baby and it's going to look more like the dad than the mother. But I still feel like this is kind of a dream type thing. We have the Fool. We have the Strength card again, double Leo in the reading. And we have the Seven of Swords. You know, it's showing us right here. Seven of Swords is, you know, it can feel like untrustworthy energy. You know, I'm walking through the world not knowing who I can trust, that type of thing. Strength card before that says this is the ability to overcome that energy, overcome a person who's put you in that type of energy. Because you have the Fool, which again is about free and clear energy. It's about taking a chance. Seven of Pentacles right next to that. Well, that's your seed of intention. We know that also because we have the Star card. It's your true hopes and dreams, and it's the ability to manifest it. It's not just about, oh yeah, I have hopes and dreams. This is the ability to manifest it. This tells me that many of the things that happen in our life are meant to be. You know, they're the bullet points of our life, and even the hardships. Mainly the hardships, right? Mainly the hardships, because our soul is here to learn through experiences, not just good experiences, but also the hard experiences. You know, and I feel like when you understand that and you see, you trust in yourself again to overcome this energy. Not, and what that just means is I'm not going to allow someone from my past who has knocked my cups over to affect my future. Here they are. Here I'm not building, right? I'm not looking at my future. I'm not optimistic about my future. Quite the opposite. But it's based on other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, the way they treat you, things, you know, how these swords get here. Five says you don't have to accept that. You can move beyond that. God is right above that. Ask God for help, right? Ask God to help you knock down those walls. Because this princess, I don't feel like, I kind of don't feel like it's this person over here. I feel like this is talking about new energy because we keep getting the Fool. Yet, even though it's new, the Ace of Wands is in reverse. So I may not reach out and take this opportunity. I feel like the Strength card is saying, no, sweetie, take it. Take it. There's something here that is of your hopes and dreams. There's something here that your soul can handle, that your soul wants, right? It's experiences that your soul has planned in this lifetime. Our human condition doesn't know that, right? We're not really sure about that. Why would my soul want me to be in this energy? Because this is the classroom. The hermit is the classroom. You know, I feel like the hermit enters as the student, but emerges as the teacher, as the master teacher. Whether you're just teaching yourself or you use it moving forward in whatever way you want, it's yours, right? It's yours for eternity. So, some of the Pentacles, I feel like, kind of helps us relax a little bit, be like, okay, All right. So, I've had these hardships. Um, I've had these false beliefs, Hierophant. Watch where your belief system is. Make sure that, you're believing in yourself because someone did kind of rip that away from you. But it is sort of self-created. The wall I put there. I have a reason, but it's again unnecessary. The 8 is about new beginnings. The Fool, new beginning, twice. So I feel like the Ace of Wands is in reverse right now, but I feel like this is going to turn around. I do feel like it's going to turn around. And I feel like this King of Pentacles has a little bit to do with that. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. But I feel with the King of Pentacles is, first of all, this is someone who sees the big picture of something. So they're not going to really sweat about the little stuff, right? They're not going to sweat about the little stuff. I kind of feel this is meant to be. I feel like this person is steady, like steady on their feet. I feel like they do help some of you overcome the hardship of the past. I feel more like in my heart, we know we have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. But the 3 of Swords is in reverse. This Ace of Wands here in the upright tells me that, if I go within, if I understand the strength that I really do have, um, I do feel like you're going to overcome the chance of saying no to this ace because boom, here it is. And look at this, we have the 9 of Cups on top of that. So I know this is going to make you feel good. This can be opportunity. It doesn't even have to be a person. Whatever it is, it puts you in this really quite beautiful energy. I feel like some of you, if it's someone who has crossed over and you're in the energy of like, where did they go? I don't know. I feel like this is just saying there has been a healing over them. God is in control of this. There has been a healing. There's been divine intervention. Um, so this is about you continuing to move forward, right? Don't, I hate to say wallow. I can't think of another word right now. Don't wallow in the past pain. 9 of Cups is where, first of all, you're loving yourself again. I feel like the hermit energy is really responsible for that, right? Going within, understanding the spirituality of this life, not just the human part of it, right? Understanding that there's more than just this life on this earth. There's much, much more, right? There is eternal life. But the 9 of Cups is definitely where you are starting to put love back into yourself again. And it's coming with the Ace of Wands. I have to tell you too, I feel like once we allow ourselves to move in this energy, what it does is it opens up the flow of the universe to us. It brings, well, what does it bring? We have the 9 of Cups here. We have the 10 of Cups that follows. Some of you it's about a relationship. And what I find interesting is if I go back to this 5 of Cups, if I'm focusing on someone I lost, let's just say in a relationship, for whatever the reason, right? What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I was just going to say, like, here I am putting a lot of energy into someone who probably broke my heart, someone who probably caused me some pain. Here it is, right? Here's the Ace of Cups in reverse. Here's where it puts me in the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords says this is self-created. You can uncreate it. It's asking for a new beginning. 5 is also asking for the change, right? It's the changes, I have to look at it. And once I look at it, with a spiritual lens, I definitely feel you clear it. Moves you into this 9 of Cups type energy. And then I feel, hello, here's the 10 of Cups. So maybe who's coming in is much better for me than who was there. Again, God has control of this. You can let go of control. And I feel like in the Nine of Cups, that's exactly what I'm doing. I let go of control. I learn to love myself again. I think about, my emotional fulfillment. And then bam, here's that Ten of Cups, right? As soon as I move into that Nine of Cups, I have the Ace of Wands. I have to reach out for the Ace. I have to want it. And then I have to say yes to it. This is about your desires when you have the Ace of Wands, your passion. What is it you want in life? I feel like even if this isn't about the person that's coming in yet, it's just saying it puts you in a different type of energy, which then seems to open up universal flow for you in a good way. We can look at this Ace of Cups who is reversed, right? Probably because of this person over here, or people. But still, with the Eight of Cups reversed, it's flowing down into your reading. So that's a good thing. It kind of feels like this, almost like I'm being moved into a time where it is of my soul's desire, and it just feels completely different than where you were. Over here, I have all the swords. Over here, I have the most beautiful cups, right? The 9 and the 10 and the Ace. And the Ace is kind of pouring right down to that 10 of Cups. The Empress, that is really the last card. Let's talk about the Empress for a second when she shows up. This talks about the wisdom of all that you've been through. The Empress uses her past experiences to help her grow. What does she learn from here? She learns compassion. She learns empathy. She learns leadership skills. She's a leader of her own life again. This is someone who has really gained so much wisdom. How did she gain this wisdom? Through the energy again of the Hermit. This talks about a life that has been lived, right? And we do have the Empress up here, or the Emperor up there too. But this is a new way of being, right? This is the leader of your own life. So I feel like what this is doing, it's moved you from the Five of Cups and it's just transferred you to the Empress. It's like it's showing you the growth that you can have, and really extracting these lessons and just extracting the wisdom out of it. And I feel like when I'm the Empress, if something comes towards me, what I want to do, maybe I pray to God about it, but I also want to trust my own intervention, my own intuition, you know, on really everything. Because all of a sudden I felt like even if, like I have these creative ideas, but maybe here I was afraid to put them into action, right? Somebody just like perhaps told me, no, you'd be no good at that, right? They're not work. They weren't. I don't know. They weren't. They weren't building you up. It feels like they were ripping you down. So now you're going to build yourself up. I do feel like this person has probably exited your life, or will, because we do have the Nine of Cups, right? That's an independent energy. So I do feel like this can go because of the energy it's created within you. Um, so I feel like in the Empress, it's believing in yourself again, all of yourself, your creativity, what you can bring to the world. This is the energy of nurturing. Why? Because I have this sense of compassion and empathy for others who are now walking in my shoes, right? I can see it. I start to see it in other people. Like, okay, now I can recognize myself in them. So I kind of love, especially the bookends, the Nine of Cups and the Empress. Some of you may be having a daughter. If you're pregnant, or you become pregnant, you may be having a daughter. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you don't want, because again, she's attached to the Star card. Okay, I want to go below this King also. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, first of all, is the willingness to look at my emotional health. Five of Cups, I wasn't so much willing, right? I'm still in the energy of, you can miss someone who's not even good for you. We all know that. You can put so much energy into someone who really was not good for your mental health, let's say. Really did not want you to see all that you were. Maybe they were threatened by all that you could be, right? Your creativity in that. Maybe they were threatened. Whatever the case, I don't know. I just feel like, who cares? Because I feel like you're finding yourself again. And the Eight of Cups is the energy of taking a moment, getting my emotional house in order so that I can move out of it, right? I can move out of the agony of it. It's only up to me. Again, eight, self, right? Eight, new beginning. So it's always going to be up to me. I want to take one more round here. We got a lot of cards, but I feel like this is what we need today. I have the Eight of Pentacles. In reverse, I don't know if it's meant to be in reverse, but we'll read it both ways. So the Eight of Pentacles is the work that you're willing to put into something. Eight of Pentacles says if you focus on your pentacles or your creativity, whatever it is, you can truly build that. Same with the relationships. But not back here, because of the energy that it puts you in. This could be narcissistic type energy, and I do feel like I've got to see that. I've got to see that, because I feel like I could waste a lot of time wanting someone back, and it may just be because I'm feeling lonely, I'm unsure, right? I have to clear this energy. It's almost like they set you up to be uncertain of yourself. But listen, God's here. So you can do anything. You can clear anything. God would never tell you stay with a narcissist, right? No. This is about loving yourself enough to allow yourself to have a good life. If something or someone is not working for you, you have every right to end that, to move on from that. But sometimes we get stuck in the past. Maybe we think that's all that's ever going to be. Well, this is showing us that is not the case. Just not the case, especially with the Ten of Cups under this King. Again, male or female. Someone asked me, are these just for females? No, it's for anyone. It's for everyone. Whoever shows here, it's for you. So, I'm not sure why the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. It did show that way. I feel like I also want to say with the Four of Cups right next to that, I may have, almost like I took on a false life for a period of time. I took on I become bored within the energy. And that's something I have to look at too, right? I don't know why. I still don't want to end your reading. I just don't feel like it's done yet. But what do I want to look at? You know what I want to do is I'm going to pick these up. There's just so many cards. And I'm just going to do a real quick spread. Because I just feel like there's something that still needs to be said that I haven't said yet. Let's pick this up. Let's get something brand new here. Let's turn all these around. And you know what? Let's use a crystal vision. Let's do another little spread. So I want a little bit more clarity. A little bit more clarity. One more. All right. What am I missing? With the High Priestess, it's your intuition. I feel like that's the ability also to feel God's love, to feel that there is a potential of divine intervention there for you. This is about following your intuition. Sometimes I got to get out of my thoughts. We have the King of Wands. King of Wands is back. Potentially Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Two of Swords, but it came in reverse, which I kind of like, because the Two of Swords is trying to make a decision about someone or something, but there's a lot of uncertainty in that. Again, she's got the blindfold on. Boom. This is about being in one's head and trying to make a decision, but the High Priestess came out first, almost like, get out of your negative thought process and move into your intuition, which is directly connected to God. Judgment, rebirth, call to attention, time to clear the energy. This is about something new. It's your ancestors. You know, it's your ancestors' hand in helping to awaken you, so to speak. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the beautiful Wheel, Destiny. We have the Six of Swords. Hello. So this is the clearing of the past energy. You know, we had that 5 and the 8, but the Six of Swords is saying, I'm walking away from what tries to hold me back. I'm walking away from the toxicity in my life. Now, when I say walking away, it doesn't have to be physically I'm walking away. Some of you are, though. Heading towards a new day. This is, this is the awareness over what some of these previous swords have done to me, and it's the clearing of it. We can see here, because I decide to drop those swords, no longer carry their energy, my intuition kicks in, right? My intuition kicks in. And therefore, when there's a decision to be made, I am not in my head any longer. I am trusting my intuition. I am trusting my divine connection. You know, your ancestors are saying, sweetie, it's time for a rebirth. It's time to let go of what is not serving you. Something of your destiny, switches around. Something of your destiny is opening up, right? This wheel is turning. And I feel like what's ever on the wheel is good energy. It may have required you first, before that wheel starts turning, to drop those swords. We have the Six of Pentacles, 6 and 6, 66. Um, Quite beautiful. Six of Pentacles is somewhat like the Empress, right? This is someone who, um, it's like learning the art of give and take, right? I'm open to receiving in the Six of Pentacles. Why? Because my heart is compassionate. My heart carries empathy. And not just for myself, but also for others. You know, I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, this is about starting your own new creative project, whatever that may be, but it's connected to the wheel. Connected to the wheel. And your ancestors, like, call to attention, let's go. Trust your intuition, clear the past energy, understand that you can pray about it, and I feel like your prayers are answered at the same time. You know, let's look at these two energies because this is where you are walking away or dropping those swords. Look at the snow. Look at the icy conditions, but look at where she's heading. Look at the beauty there, the growth, right? Her basket is full. I mean, the birds are singing. It just feels so different. Some of you are actually moving your location. You may be going from like the north to the south, where there's more sun. Maybe where there is no snow. But I feel like wherever it's moving you, it feels part of your destiny. And the high priestess is saying, you know, that's what you want to be in tune with. Be in tune with your intuition. Follow the guidance of, you know, that you just know. You know what you know what you know. I may not know how I know what I know, but I know what I know. Okay, let's do one more. Wow. Ace of Wands is back. Beautiful. I just feel like whatever has held you back, whatever type of false beliefs you had are being illuminated for you to clear them so you can create. We just have the magician came out. Create from this energy, create from the clearing, right? Creating from your passions, your desires. Coming under the wheel, too. Well, Four of Wands. Um, Again, I'm getting that energy of I thought that I had something special, but really I didn't. You know, this person turned around and kind of stabbed me in the back, um, trying to destroy my belief system. But you know, what was my part in it? How long did I stick around too long? Am I missing what is not even good for me? Because I feel like you are being moved to a period where, listen, Four of Wands cannot get any better as it relates to a relationship. And it doesn't just have to be a relationship. This is about commitment. This is about true commitment. This is about, if it's a relationship, two people who, you know, when they meet, when they come into each other's atmosphere, and yeah, it can be someone of the past, but it is not, I feel like that last person. This is love. This is really what you want. This is what your soul really wants, right? Listen, you had some experiences from someone who maybe didn't treat you so well. Let's just take those experiences, let's chalk them up to experience, and let's keep moving forward because your destiny wants to open up. This, you know, I can't help but feel this. If I allow this energy, if I ask God to help me clear past energy, wow. I feel like some of you will never even look back at what you had to leave behind. Maybe it feels hard right now, maybe, you know, because even, listen, I've been there where I was with somebody who I know wasn't good for me, but it doesn't make it, you know, it doesn't make it any easier. I don't know. I just know that energy of why did I focus so much on the wrong person? This is about the right person. This is probably the person that will take you, the two of you will go to the Ten of Cups together. This is wanting to make that commitment, no doubt. I'm seeing the white horse too, right? Pure. You have a hand in creating that. You're gonna want better for yourself, right? This is you wanting what really is best for you. What opens up your heart again and your desires again. Let's get the last card. I have a feeling yours is going to be the longest reading this month, but that's okay. Maybe you need it. And look at that. Your final card is strength. Some of you are definitely connected to a Leo. Third time we saw Leo's energy, but you know, this is quite beautiful. This is taking my past experiences and using them to my benefit in a positive way. This is really finding yourself again, and those people of the past who put those swords in you, let them go. Let them go. If you're having a hard time letting them go, that's why God is here. Pray about it. Here is divine intervention. Okay, I'm going to let that be, and we're going to read those cards. This is quite beautiful. I'm glad that I did the second spread. All right, let's start with divine intervention. And you just watch how these cards are going to relate to your reading. This card indicates that your prayers have been heard and answered. The angels are working behind the scenes to effect the miracle you've requested. Stay filled with faith and trust, as it is being rewarded. Please remember that the how and when of divine intervention usually occurs in surprising ways. Princess of Cups. So your prayer will likely be answered in an unexpected manner, yet in a way that brings blessing to everyone involved. Other possible specific meanings. The angels are with the person for whom you're praying. Well, and I felt that earlier. I feel like, some of you, it's a father figure, um, and that's where your focus is. I feel like it's just saying the healing process has already taken place. They're already in the light. Notice signs and intuition as this divine guidance giving you a roadmap to your answered prayers. Have patience with the process of divine timing. If you look, you'll find the hidden blessings. If you look, you'll find the hidden blessings within every situation. Last but not least, trust and have faith. And then God is here to back that up, right? So let's read. You've prayed for help, and now it's time to allow heaven to assist you. God's love and wisdom have always been available to you, provided that you're willing to trust His divine will. Release any unhealed components of your relationship with the Creator to Mother Mary and the angels in favor of developing a closer and more trusting one. This may require tremendous faith on your part, especially if you can't see a solution to your present situation on the horizon. This card indicates that you've been approaching this situation single-handedly, trying to anticipate and control the outcome by yourself. Anxiety comes from distrust in divine order and timing, along with disappointment when other people don't follow your plans. Surrendering your need to be the scriptwriter helps you relax and actually get better results. God has room to heal you and the situation when you allow Him to be in charge. Beautiful. And that is exactly what you're doing down here. I have to go back to that Nine of Cups, how the Nine of Cups came before the Ten of Cups. I've got to love myself again and all that I am. I've got to drop those self-limiting thoughts that other people have placed in you and feel the power of who you are. If you can't, this is the time. you know, not just pray about it, but it's saying your prayers are being answered, right? Your prayers are being answered. And I feel like, with the Four of Wands, wow. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. So I don't make it too long. I love you guys so much. Um, I just want to thank you I just want to take a second and just thank you so much for, you know, all that you've given me in this last year, in every different way. I'm just so grateful for you all. I hope I feel like things are going to turn around. I do feel that. Um, I just got to trust. I've got to trust. Divine intervention is taking place. It's going to be different for different people, but nonetheless, here it is. Now I just got to go with that flow. In the high priestess, that's what it's talking about. It's like a peek through the veil, right? So that you can trust yourself moving forward. You're not alone. You have your ancestors with you. You have unconditional love in your life, but sometimes you just can't feel it, right? This is about now allowing yourself to feel it. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Um, I just feel like saying, hang in there, and watch things start to change in your life. If it's not working, if someone is feeding you with self limiting ideas and thoughts, love yourself more. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Bye bye.